earlier.
Okay.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Playground Experiment, Volume 136. My name is Matthew, and I am currently in New York City, the ancestral land of the Lenape people. Tonight, we have artists participating from a range of places all over the country, and you can see several of them right now holding up the names of the indigenous peoples whose ancestral lands they are currently on. We at the PGE acknowledge that wherever we are in this country, we are occupying stolen land, and we honor and respect the indigenous people that once lived here, as well as the indigenous people who continue to live here and contribute to our society. We at the PGE strive to be an inclusive organization for all theater artists, and with that, I'd like to invite everyone else who is participating tonight to turn their cameras back on and say hello, and please help me welcome to the virtual stage our founder and artistic director, Mike Lesser.
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, hooray.
Hello.
Hey, Mike.
Good to see y'all tonight. Welcome. Again, as Matthew just said, my name is Mike Lesser, and I am the artistic director of the Playground Experiment, and you are at Virtual and 36. We are super happy to have you here. For those of you out in the YouTube land who are new to us, what you are at is our flagship program, which is Volumes, where we're going to have 6 amazing writers bringing in 15 minutes of messy work. It's not perfect. It's not done. It is work in process. And because of that, we need brilliant artists. And who else to have better than our brilliant PGE casting pool from New York and all around the country. So give it a huge thank you to our PGE casting pool. Woohoo!
Bravo.
Tonight, as we have already met, we have Matthew Menendez as our host for the evening, who will be bringing us through in the ins and outs throughout the evening. And for those of you that are on YouTube, we have Kirsten Hopkins out there. Kirsten, are you in the room here today? Let's see your beautiful face, Kirsten. Or maybe not. She's just on YouTube. Kirsten's on YouTube. You could chit chat with Kirsten as the Playground Experiment. Tell her that you're there. The interesting thing about doing work in this medium is sometimes our writers don't know if their work is funny or happy or sad and all of that above. So feel free to use our chat as a way to let our writers know, because they can go back and look at it later, that their work got you in some way, shape, or form. Also, we'd like to know that you're there. So talk to us on the YouTube. That being said, I'm going to ask our actors to their first bit of direction, and on the count of 3 to disappear. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that was pretty good. That was excellent. Though we lost a writer. If my numbers are correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there they are. So the writers are not as good as our actors. No, just kidding. These are our brilliant writers tonight. We have also, just before I head out, we have 3 brilliant stage directions readers, and they can pop in before we start. We have Catherine Overfelt, Courtney Magaro, and Orlando Rodriguez. Give a huge thank you to them. They will be playing multitudes of hats tonight. Yep. There we go. And on that note, I'm going to disappear and give it over to our host, Matthew Menendez.
Thank you so much, Mike. I'm really excited tonight. A little nervous, but mostly excited. Okay, so let's start off the evening with one of my favorite human beings. They have brought their work Citrus Blues. Mackie Raymond, can you please come to the virtual stage? Thank you so much.
So oh, thank you. I'm so touched. Wow.
Well, thank you. Did you want to give us a little bit of synopsis of your play before we bring your actors up?
Sure, yeah. So Citrus Blues is a contemporary play about 3 teenagers working in a video store. And it's a work in progress. So I've actually presented it at a few different volumes now. This is maybe like 4 or 5. So slowly chugging along. I've been working on it since last summer. And I'm really happy with this cast. Yeah, let's bring them out.
Yay! Well, we're so excited. Well, let's bring up your beautiful cast, and I will let you take it away.
Citrus Blues by Mackie Raymond. Harper, Gray, and August, three teenagers, are working a shift together at Bava Video, a video rental store. At Rise, a clique of mean high schoolers has just exited the store. Harper, Gray, and August are quiet. After a moment, August crosses to the TV and turns it off.
They are such assholes.
Casey's okay.
Casey is whatever. I mean, why does Casey even whatever? It's fine.
August is still standing in front of the TV, staring at the black screen.
What's the difference between us and Blockbuster anyway? I mean, it's the same thing.
Well, they went to Blockbuster as kids. Everyone went to Blockbuster as kids. That's why they like it.
Because Blockbuster's gone. That's why. They like it because it's gone.
They're all quiet again, mulling this over. Gray goes to straighten the displays that Jeremiah and Kendall fiddled with. Harper eyes August anxiously, then goes back to logging the recent returns by hand.
You guys remember those like chocolate Pringles they sold there at the front where they had all the candy and stuff? My parents would never let me get them because of their sugar rule, but I always thought like when I was an adult or whatever, like when I had money, that would be the first thing I would buy. Like 1,000 of those chocolate Pringles cans.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, I think I remember those.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It was like the
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I can't remember the name, but like, you know.
yeah. I remember those. I never got those either though. I always got the Hubba Bubba.
Ooh, Hubba Bubba. Like the roll, the tape thing.
Yeah, that was my jam. I would just like bite it, like right down the middle.
Wait, like what? Like a donut?
Yeah, like right down the middle, like not unroll it or anything, just a big honkin' bite.
That's horrible. That's like, no, God, that is so wrong. I mean, I've never had one, but I know you're not supposed to do that.
August turns away from the TV, picks up the Avengers Endgame DVD case, turns it over, and silently reads the back cover.
It's like string cheese.
What?
Like when people bite right into string cheese without peeling it.
Oh yeah, I did that too.
You are a monster.
Thank you.
Wait, well, what was your candy of choice, Hog? What was your favorite Blockbuster candy?
Oh, I didn't have one. We didn't go.
Oh, you never went? Like, ever?
No.
Oh, sorry. I guess I just figured that.
Yeah, so we didn't have a computer or TV, so.
August returns the Avengers DVD case to the display, picks up another DVD case, and turns it over, examining it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because I thought you mentioned how like watching all those Spielbergs when you were a kid. I don't know. I thought
Spielberg did Jaws, right? Wait. Yeah, duh. It's like right there on the cutout.
did they like? So were they?
I watched them in the library. I had like 3 hours every day before my mom picked me up, so I just sit and watched it on the library computer.
Like every day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit like shit?
Oh, shit like stuff shit. Spielberg isn't shit.
Well,
Not the classics.
right. So that was in elementary.
Yeah, 5th and 6th grade, like at the 5th to middle of 6th, I'd walk over there after school because it was just like a couple of blocks away basically. And the librarians liked me, I guess. So they would let me stay way past the time limit or whatever. Watched a bunch of stuff there, like Close Encounters, E.T., Poltergeist, Jurassic Park.
Ooh, Jurassic Park scared me.
Really?
It didn't scare you?
Low key, a lot of that classic Spielberg stuff is scary.
Well, I mean, yeah. I used to pause and look up stuff about the movie in the middle of it if I started getting freaked out. Like I'd read some of an interview with like an actor or something, or a designer, or figure out how they made the blood or whatever. So yeah.
That is so smart. I do that with Marvel, but it's more like Googling military lingo and stuff.
That's fair.
Oh, wait, did you hear from that Stucky Fick person yet?
No, I commented my reply, but I haven't heard anything yet.
You gotta let us know.
Oh, trust me. You guys will be the first to know.
Okay, so that was like the 5th or 6th grade. What happened after?
I didn't go to the library as much, I guess. I don't know.
Why? Was that when you did band?
No, that was 8th. Okay, don't laugh.
We won't.
Yeah, we won't.
I had a boyfriend.
Dude,
Aww.
why would we laugh at that?
Yeah, that's so cute.
I had a 6th grade boyfriend too. Get this. His name was Charlemagne.
No way.
Wait, what?
I'm serious. I really don't know if that was his real name or if he just made people call him that. It was a transfer.
Where'd you meet?
We both did track. He was a long jumper.
Oh, very hot.
I didn't know you had a 6th grade boyfriend.
Well, I mean, we only dated for like probably a week and a half. How long did you and, sorry, what was his name?
Ryan.
Ryan, that's cute.
Yeah.
Well, how long did you and Ryan date?
I don't know. A while, I guess.
Like a while?
I don't know. Probably like a semester.
Oh, you beat out me and Charlemagne.
By a long shot. Wait, by a long jump.
Oh my God, stop. So, how'd you guys meet?
Middle school meet cute.
Yeah. Oh, at the library, actually. He yeah.
He like, what?
So his family had a home theater.
Oh my God, what?
Whoa, were they like rich?
Rich enough to have a home theater, I guess.
God, I can't even imagine.
So you got to go.
Yeah. I started going over there.
That is so cool. How come we've never heard this before?
What'd you guys watch?
Just different stuff. I can do the register if you want. Someone still needs to do the bathroom.
I mean, we have like an hour, right?
Yeah, but I think we should start in case Phil comes by. We already have to tell him about the TV thing, which is gonna suck.
Well, he already knows it's been acting up. It's not our fault.
August turns back to the TV.
I think I should just try and rewire it.
No, come on. I don't think.
August begins unplugging and fiddling with the wires, staring hard at the jacks, turning various cables over in their hands.
Dude, well, what if that makes it worse?
Did you guys watch like Spielberg's there? Or?
Yeah, I told you, different stuff.
A home theater is like so romantic, I feel like.
Yeah. Hey, Augie, let's just wait for Phil to fix it. Okay?
What, like he fixes all the other shit around here? This whatever?
August manically plugs wires into jacks.
Hey, maybe it's not even the TV. Maybe it's just the remote.
Yeah, true. Like maybe it's not even the TV.
Okay, well, I already started this, so.
August tries turning on the TV, replugs wires into different jacks, tries turning it on again, slaps the side of the TV with their hand.
I mean, someone has to fix shit around here.
I feel like you're getting freaked out.
Fine.
Do you want me to help?
Don't see how.
Why don't we just do this tomorrow?
Because I already fucking started this.
Hey, Augie, it's okay.
You guys, could you just like please stop calling me that?
Sorry. I thought like
My name is
we've
August.
always.
My name is August, not Augie.
Sorry.
Is this about the home theater thing, or Ryan?
No, it was 6th grade. It doesn't matter. None of it fucking matters.
You matter.
Not even. I'm not fucking fragile, okay? Stop looking at me like I'm fucking fragile. It's just, this place is going under. Don't you see that? Are you guys even, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who sees that. Like, we're gonna end up like Blockbuster, some empty fucking storefront. We're gonna be just like them. Then what?
Well, then we move on to the next thing, I guess.
Maybe you do.
End of cut.
Ooh, excellent job, everyone. Wow. I mean, that really come back to the screen, Mackie. That really took a turn. We were talking about candy and getting all nostalgic, and then whew, I love it.
Thank you.
Yes, please continue to write. We can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, thank you to all my actors in Orlando as well. Yeah,
Yes,
thanks, y'all.
terrific. I can hear the virtual applause over, through the Wi-Fi. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. So next we have the classy and ever talented writer, Marina Berry, with her play Mousecapades. Marina, would you like to join us? Yay. How are you?
Matthew, fine. How are you?
Good,
Wonderful.
Oh, good. I think I've seen a part of you brought this play in before. I think I've seen the first part of it, right? Was that the beginning, or was that kind of like somewhere in the middle?
You know, the whole thing about this is that first thing was just going to be a 10-minute play.
Yeah.
And so, but I kept thinking and I kept hearing stuff. So this is going to be something different for me in not writing in like traditional play form, but just in storyline form. So this is the next kind of story, but each one can stand on their own, but grouped together, there'll be a through line.
I love it. Well,
yeah.
Do you need to explain anything to us, or?
Well, the only thing is I have 3 fabulous actors. So they're Helene and Melissa and Taylor. I love them. They're great. Helene is the only human. Susan and Alan are mice. So as long as everybody knows that, that's it. Have fun.
Great. Well,
let me know. Oh, the other thing is,
oh, yeah.
Literally, this is the only time I've ever I wrote it and I didn't change anything. So I was kind of an experiment just to see how something that was unedited works. So okay, thank you, everybody.
Wonderful, of course.
Yay.
Now let's bring your gorgeous cast up and let them take it away.
Yes.
The Blank Page, continued. First Contact by Marina Berry. The writer is on the phone at her desk in her apartment.
I just got my check. I have never made so much money. Who'd have thought a short story about a mouse would sell? All right, I'll see you tonight. And dinner's on me. Bye. Thank you, God. I'm so thankful. After 8 million years, I finally sold something. I'm just so happy. I don't know how I'm going to top it. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't want to be a one-shot wonder, though. That's not talent. That's just dumb luck. I have to come up with something even better. Oh my God, the pressure.
Susan has heard most of this conversation as she was seeing if there were any leftovers from breakfast and is mildly amused.
Why don't you keep writing about us?
What? Great. Now I'm hearing things.
You can hear me?
Who's talking?
I am.
Who's talking?
I am.
But there's no one here. I'm losing my mind.
I am right down here by the kitchen sink.
I am looking at a mouse who is talking to me. I am not going to scream. I am not going crazy. I cannot move.
I can't believe you can finally hear me. I have been talking to you for quite some time. Talk about a monologue.
This isn't a joke, is it? I'm not hallucinating, am I?
Oh no, we're both quite real. We're all really happy that you sold that story. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, couldn't have come at a better time. I was a month behind in the rent.
We know.
Wait a minute here. It's one thing to be talking to a mouse. It's quite another thing to be talking about my rent.
Why? It affects us.
Huh?
OMG, are you kidding? This is our home too. I mean, if something were to happen to you and you moved out, there'd be a big renovation and God knows what that would entail, but it would definitely impact us. And we'd have new tenants. They might even have a cat. You never know what you're going to have to live with. They are all quite comfortable here with you, so the last thing we need is for you to not be able to pay your rent.
I'm glad it's working out for everyone.
You bet.
Are we really talking?
As far as I can tell.
I'm not imagining this. I was just talking to my friend, and then I hung up and started thinking, and then
we started chatting.
Yes, we did. We started chatting.
They really liked your story, didn't they?
Loved it. Thought it was so clever and yet so dear. They asked me to submit more of my work.
That's great.
Yes, but it's also scary.
Why?
I have to come up with something good.
But you're a writer.
Yeah, well, not every note is a pearl, and I've struggled quite a bit lately with ideas. Nothing seems to meld or make sense until I wrote about all of you. How many are you anyway?
Oh, well, our family unit is small, but we have lots of cousins and they visit quite often.
Give me an idea, a ballpark figure.
Well, there's mom and dad and me and Jane, Brittany, and Brian. And then there's the cousins, Trish, Mary, Francis, Mark, Debbie, Max. Oh, and my friend Alan. And Crystal stops in now and then.
I had no idea.
Oh, well, we're all low-key and very neat. I must say, there are those families that are messy and they give every mouse a bad name. We all suffer for it. But my family and friends are type A. And plus, we're all grammar school graduates. I got my GSD when I was only 6 months old.
GSD?
Grammar school degree.
Oh, of course.
At that moment, Alan comes in. He realizes Susan is talking to the writer and hesitates.
Hi, Alan.
You crazy? What are you doing?
I'm talking to the writer.
Who is that?
This is my friend Alan. Say hi, Alan.
Hi?
Nothing is heard, no sound at all.
Try again, Alan. She won't bite.
Hello?
Nothing, not a sound.
Did you hear anything?
No. I heard you say hi, Alan, but that was all.
I can only hear you. What's she saying? Why are you talking to her?
This is so crazy. You can hear me and she can hear me, but you can't hear her and she can't hear you.
It's unbelievable. What's he saying?
Nothing.
Did you say something?
She asked if you said anything.
Oh.
Let's try this. You can both hear me, right? Nod your head if you can hear me now. Okay, great. So here's what we're going to do. On the count of 3, I want you both to scream at the top of your lungs, okay? 1, 2, 3. Well, did you hear anything?
All I heard was me.
Well, that felt great, but I just heard me. I think I need to lie down for a while. This morning has been quite exhausting in a stimulating way, but I feel a slight headache coming on. If you'll excuse me, I haven't imagined this. Oh, I haven't imagined this.
She exits to the bedroom, her voice fading.
Haven't imagined this.
Wow.
I know.
I don't understand, Susan. How can she hear you?
I have no idea, Alan.
Do you think it's wise?
I don't know. It just happened. It's not like I planned it or anything.
Wow. What do you think it means?
I don't know. What do you think it means?
I'm not sure. Susan,
Yes, Alan.
Susan. I think we have to be very careful here.
What do you mean?
You were talking to a large human. It's not like talking to a child. It could be dangerous.
Yeah, you're right, Alan, but the writer's almost a child, just larger. I mean, she acts like a child most of the time, so I don't really think I have to worry. I don't get that sense, that vibe from her at all.
No, Susan, I would rather err on the side of caution, so maybe this should be a one-time occurrence.
I'm still taking it all in. I only came to see if she dropped any of her bagel from breakfast. No big deal. And then all of a sudden we started talking. I can't tell you how many times I said stuff to her and it just falls on deaf ears. And large humans have huge ears, so I don't understand how she didn't hear me, but never mind, she finally did. And we were so surprised. I mean, shocked, really.
Yeah, all large humans ever do when they see us is yell, scream, or throw something. So a conversation is one for the record books.
Right. But don't forget that she sold that story about us for a lot of money. That's important. We're not ordinary. We got her story sold. She needs us.
What exactly is money?
Well, I've never seen any, so I'm not 100% sure. But it's something all humans, large and small, seem to want.
Why?
Well, they have to have it to stay in their nests or their apartments, I mean. And it makes other large humans like them.
Oh.
Yes, and then they can get something called credit, which is like invisible money, and buy stuff that they don't really have to pay off until the end of the month.
Why would they want to do that?
It makes them happy.
Really?
Well, it seems to make her happy. And actually, it's really good for us, too. Our wall pieces are the little boxes she gets from that place called Amazon. And that's what we use in our apartment. So I hope she keeps buying stuff with her invisible money.
I never thought about any of this. What I have been thinking about is us.
Alan.
Susan, please. I meant what I said last week. I'm ready to settle down. My wild and crazy days are over, and I'd like to settle down with you. You don't have to give me an answer right this minute if you don't want to, but at least think about it. You make a good pair.
Alan, I'm flattered, really. I am. But I'm not sure.
Just think about it. I'll speak to your dad.
Those days are over. I make my own life choices. Thank you very much.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I know, Alan. But you have to understand that I've worked hard to be independent. I like being free. I need to be. And while you do hold a certain attraction for me, I made a promise to myself that I would never be tied down. I have important things to do with my life, and I want a career.
I wouldn't stop you.
What about family?
I haven't thought that far yet.
Well, I don't really want children.
That's not a deal breaker for me. There's more than enough of us, and so if we were just to be a couple, that'd be all right by me.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh.
So,
Where would we live? I mean, I'm in a studio. We would need a 1-bedroom.
well, not necessarily.
You want to sleep in a cramped studio?
You have a small studio, and it's great. I'm not knocking it, but I have a loft. We could put in a loft bed, free up the interior downspace for dining, etc., and you could keep your studio for work. That way, when you came home, it would just be home sweet home.
Gosh, Alan, I'm not sure what's going on today, but this is so much to take in. But between talking to her and now you with all of this, I need time to process.
You can take all the time you need. I am not rushing you. I just hope that you'll see the benefits of my proposal. To mention how much I admire and care for you.
Thank you, Alan. I like you too.
Okay, well, listen. I'll be on my way and leave you to find any crumbs. But let's keep all options open and on the table.
All options open, Alan.
See you later.
He exits.
See ya. I like this place. She's not bad, and I think if I play my cards right, things could be good for everyone. We'd be safe. One day at a time, though. Humans are delicate creatures.
She looks up at the kitchen counter.
Well, since no one's around, I may see what she's got.
Susan jumps up on the counter and proceeds to go for a bag of sunflower seeds.
Oh, perfect. Just what I've been craving.
Blackout.
Oh, I love it. Come back, actors. Come back, Marina. Take your virtual bows. That was terrific and adorable. I mean, I know you said this can be broken up and be on its own, but I would love to see this continue. And I like to think that mice and all animals live like this and talk amongst themselves like this. I love this.
Guys are great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Terrific.
Yay.
Okay, so up next we have, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right, Alcott's by Raven. So Raven, if you'd like to come up.
Hi, Matthew.
Hello. How are you, Raven?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much.
You're
Did I
doing an
pronounce that
awesome
correctly?
job. Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Is there anything we need to know about your play before heading in, or can it stand on its own?
Well, it's basically the play is about a couple who hatch a diabolical plan to get to a trust fund. And this scene, which is totally a work in progress, is where they're getting to know the psychologist that they plan on enlisting to help them.
Okay.
And I have a fabulous cast. So it's Gabby and Maya and Jamil, and they're fantastic. So
you do have a fabulous cast. That is
Yes.
very true. Let's bring the beautiful, wonderful cast up. And if you are ready to go, we will leave you to it.
I feel like a vessel that contains all of his hopes, sorrows, seductions, but none of my own. And still, I'm not willing to start again with someone new. This will have to do.
Kate, my Katie. I didn't know you were going to say, but one thing is clear. I am obviously not doing my part. I thought you were going to leave me, and that's the last thing on earth I want. I promise I'll make it up to you. I will rebuild your trust.
Then we will, my love.
Thank you, Kate. I can see you're looking for truth.
Was that a dig?
I'm not trying to make you defensive, Mr. Alcott, but your wife is looking for truth so she can rationalize her decision to stay. So she knows her decision is worthwhile. You'll have to unveil the truth to do so.
I don't like being backed into a corner.
No one's trying to make you feel that way. You've already told your wife you can do better, but what steps will you take to ensure that?
Anything it takes. I am not losing you.
She's going to need specifics. Will you come home early? Will you make dinner? Will you enlighten her with the truth? This is a place where you can make those decisions.
A place where we can change our lives.
Yes, where you can begin to.
I feel like we've definitely come to the right place, Dr. Levy. It's time for a change.
Well, I will certainly do my best to help you. We'll have to discuss difficult topics like your newfound pension for other women, and that won't be easy, but we will muddle through.
Your terminology is extremely misleading, Doctor, and I am offended. You mean my supposed fondness, don't you?
I stand corrected, of course. Your wife's suspicion.
All because of one holiday in Paris. Has it occurred to you that she might be embellishing some of this truth?
Maybe, but that will be evident once you've shared your story. Tell me more about the trip, your perspective. Okay. I can work with silence, though it would be better for both parties if you'd participate in our session. Perhaps you'd like to start at another juncture. What would you like to talk about? We'd like to hear what you have to say, but there's no need to respond directly to what your wife shared. I simply want to know where you're coming from, how you're feeling, why you agreed to join us in this room. Please, Mr. Alcott.
Stephen.
Please, Stephen, for your wife.
She asked me to. I always comply when she asks.
I sense some resentment now that you know why you're here.
No. I know how hard it is to share her true feelings. That was very brave, love.
What started the fight last night?
He already told you.
Maybe you feel differently.
I do not.
So the initial row started because of dinner, the absence of it.
Yes.
You were quite upset?
I don't want to get into it. It's fire to the flame.
I can handle it.
All I wanted was dinner, and I told you so. No drama, just out with it as I was. I work very hard for a living, and I keep you in a life of luxury with a butler and a maid, so you don't have to lift a finger except on this one meal a day. It's my favorite time because I enjoy dining with you immensely. You let your guard down, and we talk and laugh, and you tell me outrageous tales. But yes, there was no sustenance, and it irritated me.
That's incorrect. I left a Subway sub on the table.
What am I, a small child on his way to school? You know I will only consider the finest ingredients. It was an outright smack in the face. As if you were trying to remind me of my poor upbringing, which I refuse to get into, now, even though I'm sure she wants to bring it up.
Not important unless you want it to be.
She wants me to tell you how her family put me through Yale and NYU Medical, how we'd be nowhere without them.
They got you into those schools. You couldn't have done it without their help.
See what I mean?
You opened the door.
Kate, this is your husband's time.
She didn't say why she was withholding, but of course I'm not daft. I knew something was horribly wrong. She just had that look, peering off into space like she was longing to be somewhere far, far away. So I asked her if she had found someone new. I had no idea that she thought that of me again, but now I understand. No, dinner was her retaliation for a ghost affair. This isn't the only time she's claimed infidelity. I haven't had a lover other than her in 20 plus years. In her mind, I've had at least 20. Whites, blacks, blondes, brunettes, even albinos. I do my best to assuage her fears, but it's constant.
I'm not sure I understand, Stephen. I apologize for the interruption, but I need clarification. You said this was the first time you thought he was cheating.
When did I say that?
You said he is sleeping with Alice. You only mentioned the one person.
I didn't say he was sleeping with her. I merely mentioned that he could be. You obviously misunderstood my statement.
Be careful, Duck. The devil is in the details with us.
I wasn't looking at my notes. Yes. See, I wrote that you inferred they were together. My mistake.
It's so early in the session for that.
It really is, but it happens. I'm only human.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
You'll have to give me a chance to redeem myself. Is it fair to say that infidelity is a constant topic in your house?
I've asked him if he was cheating on other occasions when he seemed distant, yes.
To your knowledge, he's never strayed?
According to her private investigator, that's correct.
Hired a PI in the past.
Is that uncommon? I thought that's what people did.
You could have asked him.
I did. After I heard from the investigator.
Okay. With the picture you're painting, is it fair to say that distrusting your spouse is a pattern?
Yes.
What did the investigator find?
Investigators?
Nothing.
That there was no proof?
Because I'm not having an affair.
Kate?
The investigator found nothing out of the ordinary, but Stephen is very smart. Smart enough to know not to get caught if he's taken a lover.
I've heard all this before. Of course I'd cover my tracks. I take this part in stride. At least I know she cares, right? Interesting way to show it, but that's what it means. I feel the same way about you. I can't imagine a day without you. You can be crazy as a loon like anyone you spend copious amounts of time with, but you're a wonderful companion. And quite good in bed.
Stephen.
Always open to try new things we've read about or seen on the telly. I don't need to try those moves out with anyone else. What if we have gotten them wrong? We will just continue to experiment with one another, and because of that, the fact that you're quite lovely, I'm happy to spend the rest of my days with only you. And I don't need to talk about the things that are wrong to find the root cause. The root cause is 20 years of wedded bliss.
Kate mentioned the vows being easy in the beginning, but I'm wondering if you're finding them stifling.
I love being married. It's like wearing a favorite suit. Only gets better with time.
Was marrying into such a prestigious family overwhelming?
Our wedding was lovely. It was very intimate, only 2 witnesses in Shakespeare Garden in Central Park.
Kate, I'm specifically wondering how marrying into this particular family affected you, Stephen.
We picked Shakespeare Garden because I used to read the sonnets to her in the early days.
That's very romantic, but...
It was a beautiful day. I keep our favorite photo as my screenshot.
It's a lovely photo, but it's curious that someone with your background didn't have a large service featured in all the society pages.
We were romantics, and because of that, we eloped.
Your parents must have been very disappointed.
Not mine.
Kate?
My parents.
Well, they didn't approve. And I guess, how come she gets to do crosstalk?
I guess she's returning the favor.
Well, she shouldn't be.
Now, where were we? Yes, okay. Her parents didn't approve.
Of her choice in life partner.
And how did that make you feel, Stephen?
Like I had a lot to prove, and since that's the state I'm most comfortable in, it was fine with me. I like being an underdog.
Surely you don't think of yourself as an underdog now. Head of neurosurgery for NYU, chairman of several boards at such a young age. Your wife told me about your successes over the phone.
That's all nepotism. Once we celebrated our 10th anniversary, her father decided we need a better station in life, and he pushed for many of the positions.
You wouldn't have been selected if you didn't have the smarts.
We're very proud of him. Nepotism got him through the door, but his skills are why they let him stay seated at the table.
Thank you for sharing, Kate.
But it will just take a few minutes.
Before you can take part equally. Really, love, you ought to pay attention.
I'm about to give up.
Good. Listening to one another in large verse is exhausting. Are you upset with us, Dr. Levy?
Not at all.
It was just so easy to jump in.
I think individual sessions might be needed.
There is really no need.
We will get nowhere with the two of you trying to heal yourselves.
Right. We need you for that. We will try to take it down a notch. Where were we?
We were talking about your father-in-law.
Gerald. I have quite a healthy relationship with the old chap now.
They're chums.
We are, aren't we?
I truly believe he likes him better than me because he's so good for business.
Oh, I don't know if I'd go that far, but we do sit on many boards together and dine out quite frequently.
They always go to the same spot like they're on a date.
Different days, but...
Always the same time and place.
The Four Seasons in the club room at 6 p.m.
This is all very interesting, but a bit of a tangent.
Didn't you ask about Gerald?
The details of your dinner dates are irrelevant to me. You have a solid relationship. That's all I needed to know.
Doc, you still seem upset.
We're moving on. Do you ever wish you had a big wedding?
I just wanted to get married. I was crazy about her, still am. I've never met anyone like her, and I do wholeheartedly believe in the sanctity of marriage. We both do.
That doesn't mean it's not tedious.
Only sometimes, my dear. They say you marry for children, but we knew early on that wasn't in the cards, and we stayed. We threw our maternal and paternal instincts onto one another. Who doesn't like a little well-timed scolding to get things done from time to time? A little pat on the old bottom to move things along?
Oh, Stephen.
We have had a stupendous, devotion-filled affair.
I asked if you ever wanted a big wedding.
I thought we answered that.
The only thing I'm clear on is that you both wanted to get married. Sticking to the topic at hand would be very helpful here.
Then let me clarify. We never needed or wanted anything more than what we shared that day. Isn't that right, love?
Correct. Though I have no idea why that would be important here.
It's important to see where regret might grow from. Regret and resentment are some of the reasons couples find themselves in the predicament you're in.
Now that makes sense.
There's a reason for every comment and question when you're in this room.
It doesn't feel that way.
Excuse me?
Everything feels random.
Unorthodox.
That's because you're exploring your feelings, because your session just started. You'll see things clearly by the time you go.
Will we be cured?
You'll have the tools you need to cope with any decision you make.
And we'll have your assistance when we stumble?
Of course, until you're ready to go on your own.
We appreciate that.
I'm at your service. Let's get back to the reason we're here. I can see you're both serious about staying together. Will that change if your husband admits to having an affair? It's one thing to think about, but another to know.
Her talk of a fling will pass. I see that's why we're here now, but really it's just another theory of hers. She spent an entire year wondering how her house keys ended up in the hamper a few times. It had to be the staff playing a joke on her, or I accidentally folded them up in some shirt that I needed washed. Not once did that happen, but the keys continued to wind up in the bin. Then one day, after a private happy hour, she caught herself in the act. She couldn't apologize enough, and I dined on 4-course dinners with wine pairings all week. Do you remember that, love?
It happened 5 times, Stephen.
The drinking or the keys? If it's the former, it's much more than 5.
I'm not going to allow you to paint that picture. I have 1, maybe 2 a night, and I did not start throwing my keys in the hamper every time I've had a few drinks. That's absurd.
You will admit you caught yourself in the act, won't you?
Once.
How many had you had?
That's not important. I am not an alcoholic. I'm just forgetful. It's a very large house, and it's hard to keep track of things.
The staff said they weren't responsible.
And why did they get so nervous when I asked about it?
Because they like their jobs. I am very easy to work for.
Because you're never home, dear.
This is a good point, but I know it was you who dropped the keys in the hamper.
Is it usually so easy for you to dismiss your wife?
In this case, yes. Isn't it logical that one person kept throwing the keys in there?
Surely you have cameras in the house, footage you could have scoured.
We don't think the laundry needs to be secured, Doctor.
That's a shame. We should try some hypnotherapy to see if we can get to the bottom of it.
Oh, no, I don't think I could. I'd be afraid of the foolish things I'd say. You'd ask me about the keys, and I'd tell you about Ossobuco and how much he loves it.
It doesn't work that way.
What she's trying to say is it doesn't matter who's right. We don't have one of those relationships. The hamper is almost a private joke that we share. Sometimes I tell her that I dropped them in there.
He does.
How does that make you feel?
Like a fool, because I almost believe it.
You see, it's not really an issue for us.
But the supposed affair is? That's the end.
Ooh, I was so enthralled. I almost forgot to turn my video back on. Oh my gosh, excellent work. Everyone take your virtual bows. Raven, amazing. Take your virtual bow. Absolutely enthralling. We can't wait to see what happens. Ooh, I'm sorry about the police sirens. All right. Well, if everyone would like to come back onto the screen to join me for an intermission dance break.
For all of our actors and writers for part 1 of Volume Up. Great job, everyone. You guys rock. Kirsten, are you back here? How are we doing on YouTube? Who's out there?
Oh, we're having so much fun on YouTube. Some people are amazing and being both in the Zoom and on YouTube as well, like Taylor and Robin, and somebody else too. You guys are all amazing. David Cece is in the house. Oh, Gabby was also on the chat too at one point. Al Monaco is in the house.
Hey, Al.
Jeff Smith was also doing double duty. Who else do we have? We have somebody else. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna shout out everybody. I want to make sure I can shout out everybody. Robin was also doing both. Let's see. Danya De La Longoria is here, and Brian Cairns is here too.
Awesome. Welcome. Well, give it up. Feel free to keep chatting away in the YouTube. If you're a little bit quiet out there, just let us know you're there. We're nice people. Feel free to keep chatting with us. A couple of announcements before we move on to our next section of writers. Just a reminder, if you have something to do and it takes about an hour, feel free to join us for play dates. We do it twice a week, Tuesdays at noon. and Thursdays at 7 p.m. And what Playdates is, it's a 1 hour of accountability. It used to be just for our writers, but what we've realized is that everybody needs an hour of time and a little accountability. We've had people that have organized their sock drawers. We have people that have knitted entire sweaters. Yes, I'm talking about you, Al. People do tons of different things in this time, but if you need a little accountability and you want to be with your PGE folk, again, that is Playdates. We have a day edition and an evening edition. Feel free to join us at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time, and then 7 p.m. Thursday Eastern time as well. Other stuff to put out there is a save the date. On March 12th and 13th, which is a Friday and a Saturday, is our First Reads Festival number 14, where we have 4 plays that are currently in development. They're currently rewriting right now their drafts to do a first read presentation. We have 4 awesome writers, Jasmine Spees, Noemi de la Puente, Daniela Tome, and Eric Mead. Their plays are in the process of being casted. So actors out there, you may be getting emails from me in the next couple of days of going, hey, are you available for one of those days, the 12th and the 13th? So just keep those dates in mind. And if you can't attend as an actor because we're into the right for it, come as an audience member, because we'd love to hear what you think of these wonderful works and processes. The great thing about our First Reads Festival, it is a process where our writers have gone from a first draft to a second draft in 30 days. So they're pushing themselves to go to the next step with their plays. So we're hopefully excited to hear what they do with that. And that being said, yeah, we have a Venmo page. Feel free to go and add our Venmo and send us money if you'd like to. And if you don't like to do Venmo or you don't have Venmo, there's an easy thing on our website, thepge.com, and it says the word donate. So feel free to check that button out too. We'd love to have a little bit of extra to help pay our artists for our First Reads Festival and other stuff that we have planned for the rest of the year. We are looking forward to that. And that being said, actors, part 2 of Disappearing. And I'm going to leave you with Matthew Menendez, our host with the best hair, the best acting, and the best smile to keep us going for part 2.
Oh my goodness, thank you. You sure know how to make a girl blush. So, I was gonna say he's already here, but he disappeared on me. Jeff, we have hedge holders with Jeff. How are you?
Great, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I love the adorable dog, all nice and cozy on the couch. I love it. Do we need to know anything about this play before we jump into it?
I think the one main thing you need to know is that it's a musical, and so there's a couple songs in here, and so they'll be a little bit different than regular dialogue.
All right. Well, we love a musical here at PGE, and we've done many before, so we cannot wait. Let's bring your gorgeous cast up to the virtual stage, and we will let them take it away.
Sure, I'll do. I was going to do a quick cast intro. Is that so briefly? So our cast tonight is we're good. Okay. Our cast tonight is Natalie will be playing the part of Deb. Matthew will be playing the part of Jimmy. Ren will be playing the part of Mike, and Orlando will be taking over on stage directions. With that, I'll hand off. Thanks, folks.
Hedge Holders by Jeff Smith. Scene 1.
There comes a time when a hero wakes up and hears a call. He must decide, answer it, or try to escape it all. Not even his wife can hear it. Safely asleep in bed, a message meant only for him, heard just inside his head. Can you hear the call? Your duty awaits. Will you save your home and the United States? When war darkens our skies, a hero must rise. A weak man will duck his duty, act like he missed the call, forget about all his comrades, let his detachment fall, and his wife can't see what he's doing. She thinks it's just a game. Without him, his friends are dying, cursing they call his name. Can you hear the call? Your duty awaits. Will you save your home and the United States? When war darkens our skies, a hero must rise. Though his friends fight with him, he's always alone. Whether he'll win or die, it's always unknown. He's got people he loves. They're somewhere out there. Do they know why he fights? Do they say a prayer? But now it's his hour to stand up to power. He must fight for his nation with his Sony PlayStation. Back when he was only 7, that's when I heard the call. I had to pick up my rifle, put down my basketball. My mom could not understand it. She told me, go outside. The Allied troops needed my help. I couldn't run and hide. Can you hear the call? Your duty awaits. Will you save your home and the United States? When war darkens our skies, a hero must rise.
Mike sits down on the couch and picks up his video game controller.
A hero must rise.
Are you in there?
I'm in Normandy.
France sounds nice. Maybe we can go there after we get vaccinated and after we save some money and you get a passport.
Uh-huh.
Of course, I could go without you.
Mm-hmm.
Meet some hot French guy, have a torrid love affair.
Sounds good.
Are you even listening to me?
Of course, babe.
Then what did I say?
You want to play hide the baguette with some cheese-eating surrender monkey. Bon chance.
You've been studying French?
Bien sûr. French campaign, European theater. From the beaches of Normandy all the way through the Reichstag.
So you haven't been studying for a romantic post-pandemic vacation?
Just liberating Europe.
How about liberating the kitchen trash?
Where's your humanity? There are people in concentration camps.
There are literally not.
You just don't hear the call.
What?
My duty awaits.
Fine, but when you're done with that, maybe you could work on your duty to provide for your wife and kids. I mean, wife and dog.
Stimulus check. Basically the same thing as having a job.
It's literally the opposite.
I bought Luna kibble last week, and she licked my face. As far as she's concerned, I'm still the kibble winner.
Maybe you'd like to sleep in her bed tonight instead?
I'll find a job.
When?
After I get vaccinated.
What about before then?
Before then, I'll liberate Europe. And if there's time, Asia.
We need money and health benefits.
Stimulus check and stay inside. Easy.
Do you have any idea how expensive a baby is?
Who said anything about a baby?
The plastic stick I just peed on and threw away. You can probably see it on the top of the trash if you ever take it out.
Are you sure?
As sure as I'm gonna be until I can see a doctor.
How could this happen?
What do you mean, how could this happen? You were there.
Was I?
You were there every shitty day of this whole shitty pandemic. And now just because I let you take out my sweats instead of watching Netflix, now I'm going to have to raise this whole child with one shitty income, the shittiest health benefits the CEO could find because my shitty husband won't stop playing a shitty game.
Hey. Both Kotaku and IGN gave this game really good reviews. And video games are common father-son bonding practice.
What if it's a girl?
Look, when it comes to Cart, I've just got to be Princess Peach. But she can be Yoshi. Girls like dinosaurs, right?
Are you serious?
Some things are sacred. I would never joke about Mario Kart.
You're an idiot. I'm an idiot for marrying you. Our child is doomed.
This child is so lucky because it will have 2 parents who love it.
Who can barely provide for it.
We'll be fine. Babies take a bunch of months to make.
You do know how many months, right?
By the time it gets here, I'll definitely have a new job.
You better, or I'm moving to Canada, the French part.
Not only will I have a new job, but you know what else I can promise you?
What?
that when I get a new job, I'll make 20% more than you just for being a man.
That's not funny.
But it's useful.
Mike begins to rub Deb's belly.
Because babies eat a lot of kibble. Don't they? Don't they?
It's not a puppy.
The priorities are the same. Teach it where to poop, where to sleep, and not to be racist to the neighbors.
I'm gonna go call my mother.
Maybe don't tell her about my job.
Maybe get a job and I won't have to.
Maybe if you get a half a...
Mike's TV beeps. He checks the screen, puts on his headset, and picks up his controller. Jimmy joins from his home, also with a gaming headset and controller.
Let me hear that. Hoorah!
Hey! Ruff, ruff.
Did you get a puppy?
Sorta.
Shit. There we go. Please don't tell me Deb let you get a Mastiff.
Think smaller.
Not one of those purse dogs. Those things are the worst. They shiver and bite and yelp. Like that time I dated that performance artist who just turned out to be a meth head.
No, I think it's worse than that.
Man, nothing's worse than dating a meth head. At first you think the sex is going to be amazing, so she's amped up all the time, but then you turn around and that she has...
She's pregnant.
I was going to say she's stolen her wallet.
Deb's pregnant.
For real?
She peed on a stick.
Oh, shit.
I know.
You're going to be a dad.
I know.
You are so boned.
I know.
Wait, that means I'm boned too.
I'm pretty sure you weren't involved. I would have noticed.
Haven't you seen the t-shirts? Marriage means game over, man.
I can be a dad and still have fun.
I'll bet you 10 grand that a year from now, there's no way you're storming the right stag with me.
Dude, I don't have 10 grand.
Yeah, you picked a shit time to be broke.
It's a pandemic.
Which is a shitty time to lose your job.
I was fired.
Whose fault is that?
I took an ethical stand.
You trolled the CEO on Twitter.
But he wasn't supposed to know it was me. That's why I used a fake name.
On a work computer.
How was I supposed to know they would spy on my traffic?
You worked for a surveillance capitalist.
But I didn't think they'd surveil me.
They probably knew Deb was pregnant before you did.
No way.
As soon as she put the pee stick in her cart.
No. Wait. Yeah. There's totally a team that does that. They used to kick our ass in ping pong.
Oh man, you need a job yesterday.
I've got like 10 months, right?
Maybe you can get my old job.
When did you get a new job?
I didn't, I quit.
Who's the unemployed dumbass now?
Man, screw optimizing third-party payment flows. I need to live.
On your mom's couch?
In Hawaii.
Bullshit.
I'm moving to paradise and leaving the working world behind.
Did you trick a senator into giving you hush money?
Listen up. You need to learn from my example if you're going to put food on the table for your growing family.
You're going to teach me how to hunt?
I'm going to teach you how to soar to the moon. Tell me about storks.
Oh, did you just say storks? Because I know where babies come from. I just boned my wife and made one.
I'm talking about storks.
You're baked, aren't you? This looks like a 3 brownie night. Yeah.
There's probably a good reason you don't have the cash you need. But this could be your season if you follow where I lead. Let me tell you about stomp. Show me those diamond hands.
Jimmy dances, waving his diamond hands, and continues singing about stonks, roaring kitties, and fundamentals-based investing in the retail game sector in a song that is yet to be finished. End of scene.
That was terrific. Comeback actors, take your virtual bow. Congratulations, Jeff. It's wonderful. Can't wait to see the rest. Woo! All right. So
Thank you.
next up, we have the beautiful Bonita. And she is bringing mother's milk to us. Bonita, please tell us about your play if you need anything to be said.
Well, actually, this is an excerpt from a full-length horror film that I'm writing, and Mother's Milk is a cross between there's something about Kevin meets the Bad Seed meets The Exorcist. So enjoy.
Ooh, right up my alley. Love horror films. Cannot wait. Let us bring up your beautiful and talented cast, and I will let you have the stage and do what you will.
Okay, thank you. We have Star reading for Ruby, Diana reading for, Nora reading for Diana. We have Wayne reading for the doorman, Patrick, Hakeem reading for Patrick, Alexandra reading for Tess, Courtney reading for Ashley, and Orlando reading stage direction. So take it away, you fabulous actors.
Mother's Milk, written by Bonita Ellery. Fontaine's backyard afternoon flashback. Warm rays of sunshine beam down over an extravagant child's birthday party. A petting zoo, train ride, carousel, puppet show, and a bouncy house set in the tone that no amount of money was spared for this lavish celebration. Standing on the veranda, working on her 7th cocktail, is Mother Diana Fontaine, 35, regal but tipsy. She observes the festivities like a hawk. Servants gather up the children to watch a magic show with the clown, Mr. Lollipop, 50. Beautiful with a head full of curls and dimples is Ruby Fontaine, 5, hiding behind Diana. She is holding her headless baby doll, Tina, and staring at the crowd. The clown approaches the birthday girl and hands her a balloon poodle.
Can you say thank you? Stop being so goddamn weird.
Happy birthday, Angel.
Fuck you.
She reaches up and pulls off his nose and spits in his face. The parents gawk at Ruby and grab their kids and leave. The clown wipes his face and whispers to her.
Devil child.
Embarrassed, Diana snatches her up by her ear back into the house.
I wish you were dead.
Mercedes truck, Day. Riding shotgun as a passenger is the statuesque coffee bean brown dime Ruby Gore, 35. Scrolling through her phone, deleting emails. Her driver, Vance, 50, adjusts his rearview mirror just a tad, hoping to sneak a peek at the twins, Ruby displays proudly. Patrick Gore, 40, Ruby's husband, is blowing her phone up, and she knows that Vance is salivating. She smiles at him and rolls up the partition.
So you just gonna leave me like this?
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Gore?
You looking all delicious in that suit, and now you got Mr. Kickstand at full salute.
Ah, Mr. Kickstand needs to chill. I'll deal with him later.
Oh, please do. So what does the birthday girl want to do for her 50th?
Don't play me.
Okay, geez, lighten up. I gotta take this call, but get home fast and don't work too hard, baby.
I won't. Love you.
Before he can respond, she's already hung up the phone and out the door on her way to her office. RG & Associates design firm, Day, a 55-story modern building designed by architect Frank Lloyd Wright, sits on the corner on a bustling and busy street. A sign with engraved gold lettering reads, Ruby Gore Design Firm. That's strategically above the front door. All eyes are on Ruby as she sachets into the building, rocking a 2-piece Chanel baby blue suit with black stilettos. The security guard and part-time rent-a-cop Howard, 65, is anxiously waiting for her like a dog for a bone. He takes his sweet time scanning her up and down.
Good morning, Mrs. Gore.
Howard.
She checks in at the front desk to sign off on more blueprints for a new museum she has been commissioned to design. She's met with a barrage of hellos, happy birthdays, good mornings, and have a nice days from several employees as she hops off the elevator and goes into her office. There's a happy 50th birthday banner hanging above her desk and a gigantic cake of a high heel with a baby sitting in it, sitting next to her computer. Ruby touches her stomach and smiles. Her older sister, Tess Richards, 44, the spitting image of Ruby, only lighter, sits in her chair with her feet propped up, eating a large piece of cake with her hands.
Y'all are killing me with this 50th crap. I know Patrick put you up to this.
Tess stands up and gives Ruby the biggest hug. She places her hand.
Guilty as charged.
She places her hand on Ruby's stomach.
Damn, girl, you are ready to pop, ain't you?
Well, she can come out when she's ready. But this child can kick. Between her moving around all hours of the night and Patrick with his kickstand, it's no wonder I ain't getting any sleep at all.
TMI, little sis. Listen, I've got to run. Are you still up for dinner at my place tomorrow night? The kids miss their Auntie Roo.
Ruby swipes some of the cake out of her sister's hand and shoves it in her mouth.
Or miss it for the world.
I'm so happy for you and Patrick. Really, I am.
I know, sis. I know. Now get out of here and make sure you put some extra honey on that honey baked ham you making me tomorrow night.
You know that there ain't no swine allowed within 500 feet of the Richards house. But I make a mean tofurkey ham that's
just thinking about it.
Smooches.
Ruby carefully sits down at her desk and kicks her shoes off and exhales. She unbuttons a few buttons of her suit jacket and lays back in her chair and closes her eyes. Ruby is snoring loudly with a cake mustache. Her assistant, Ashley, 25, white and perky, just like her name, watches her for a minute, conflicted on whether or not to wake the sleeping beast. She taps lightly on Ruby's door.
Mrs. Gore? Mrs. Gore? Mrs. Gore? Mrs. Gore!
What? Yes, what? Bobbin.
Sorry to disturb you, but your mother's on line 3.
Mother?
Diana Fontaine, 65, Mother Superior, Queen Bee, and Nurse Ratchet, all wrapped up into one.
I hope you haven't put on too much weight.
I'm sorry. I thought you said hello or happy birthday.
You're not a child. Today is just another day.
How can I help you?
Diana pops a pill and takes another swig of brandy.
Now, is that the way to talk to your mother?
Why are you calling?
I was actually trying to reach Tess, but she's not picking up her phone.
She just left here.
Really? What was that about?
Look, I have to get back to work, so.
Right. Well, I hope you don't screw this up.
Screw what up?
It would be a shame if you lost another baby. I've reached my quota of baby funerals.
The phone goes dead, and Ruby's eyes water. She wipes her face, lays her head down on her desk, and goes right back to sleep. A whole hour passes, and she quickly pops up because she has to pee. She's crossing her legs and rocking back and forth. Her feet are too swollen for shoes, so she hightails it to the bathroom, barefoot. Too late. Blood is gushing down her leg and everywhere like a fire hydrant. Ashley is coming around the corner and accidentally bumps into Ruby. Ruby slips in the blood and hits the ground hard, belly first.
Oh my God. Mrs. Gore, someone help!
Santa Evangeline Hospital, night. An ambulance pulls up with flashing lights in the emergency lane. Ruby, strapped down on a stretcher, is rushed to surgery. Patrick, Tess, and Diane pull up on 2 wheels, almost crashing into the back of the ambulance. Patrick leaves the car running, jumps out, and heads into the hospital like his life depended on it. Tess scoots over from the passenger side and carefully backs out to park, while Diana observes silently in the back.
I keep telling her she should just give up with this. She needs to make
Now is not the time, Mother.
She was never meant to be a mother.
Mother, please.
So, same time next year. Another miscarriage, but this time I'll drive.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Tess bounces out of the car and slams the door shut. She dashes into the hospital. Diana sighs and leans back in her seat. She picks up her cell and starts playing Candy Crush. St. Evangeline Hospital Recovery Room, night. Doctors and nurses surround Patrick and Tess with muffled sounds, head nods, and pictures of ultrasounds. Patrick and Tess, both with red eyes, already know the outcome and collapse in each other's arms. Patrick glances over at Ruby, who is sleeping peacefully with a smile on her face from all the drugs. Diana saunters in a few hours later with bags of cafeteria food for everyone.
I've called an Uber. Tess, I suggest you ride with me. Patrick is used to this by now, I'm sure.
What did you say?
Pat, just ignore her. You know how she is.
That's my wife in there. She could have died. We lost our baby, and you have the nerve to sit here and talk to me about bullshit like this?
Mother, I'll meet you in the lobby.
Look, I just want Ruby to have some peace.
Mother, go!
Fine.
Diana leaves and Tess hugs Patrick one last time before walking over to Ruby and watching her for a moment. She bends down and kisses Ruby's forehead.
My sweet baby sister. You don't deserve this. None of this. I love you.
You should go. Don't want Diana terrorizing the doctors because you know that's next.
Right. Call me.
Ruby suddenly opens her eyes and watches Tess kiss Patrick on the cheek. Tess exits and Ruby quickly closes her eyes. 3 months later, suburbs, Gore household, night. Dirty laundry, takeout containers, and trash occupy every room in this posh mansion that has seen better days. Dishes are stacked to capacity in the gourmet eat-in kitchen. Ruby has sunk into a deep depression and hasn't gotten off the couch in the den in weeks. The couch is where she sleeps and eats since she came home from the hospital. She slowly gets up to go into the baby's room and starts ripping off wallpaper, cutting up baby clothes. She turns the crib over on its side and she falls to the ground wailing.
I wish I was dead!
She picks up the scissors, and just when she's about to stab herself, Patrick sprints in and pries them out of her hand and tosses them across the room. He tries to embrace her.
Baby, no! I'm sorry, baby. You can't die. You can't leave me.
Get the fuck off me!
She smacks him and runs for the scissors.
How long have you been fucking her?
Her? Who?
Tess, that's who.
What the hell are you talking about?
I saw how you were all over her at the hospital. I know you are fucking her!
Patrick grabs her wrist and snatches the scissors out of her hand and storms out of the room.
You are delusional, but I'll chalk it up to you not sleeping.
Suburbs, Gore household, night, continuous. Patrick is sitting on the couch in the den on his laptop. He is searching for therapists and mental hospitals. He checks his cell phone. 3 missed calls from Tess. Suddenly, there is a loud boom and crash coming from the master bedroom.
Shit.
He pushes his laptop to the side and scrambles to the bedroom as fast as his legs will take him. He turns the corner and hears Ruby crying in the bathroom. He jiggles the handle, but it's locked.
Baby, Ruby, baby, open the door.
Patrick puts his ear to the door. Silence, except for the faucet drip. Minutes later, the door burst open with so much force that it knocks him off his feet. Ruby walks slowly out, blood dripping down her wrist, and she stands over him and smiles.
Sorry, I scared you. It was an accident.
What?
Oh, I dropped that little mirror. I must have picked it up the wrong way and the little SOB cut me, see?
She squeezes her wrist and more blood pops out and splatters the walls. Patrick snatches a towel out of the bathroom and runs cold water on it and wraps it around her arm.
Don't do that. It'll bleed more.
I'm sorry I let you down. I know you wanted kids as bad as...
Hey. Look at me. You're the most important thing in my life, and...
I know you wish you would have married someone like Tess.
What? No. Listen to me. I married the woman of my dreams. Kids or no kids, till death do us part. Don't ever compare yourself to her.
End of the excerpt.
Wow. I mean, wow. what can one say? I mean, and the cast is terrific, but Star, my God, that was incredible. Very, very well done, everyone. Good job. Thank you for playing with us. Wow, yeah, wow.
Thank you
I can
guys
hear
so
the
much.
virtual applauses.
Thank you guys so much. Incredible.
So if y'all don't mind, before we announce this last terrific person, I'd like all the stage direction people, the unsung heroes of PGE, to show their faces really quick, and let's give them a virtual round of applause. Yay, stage direction people. Woo! You're doing a great job. Orlando, I know you're there somewhere. All right, so next up we have the incredible, unsinkable Robin L. Dimension with 21st Century Hugs. What do we need to know about this play?
Okay, well, I started working on this last year, and we begin the play in the New Jersey Mall. It's well after 2020, about maybe 5 years later in the future, and things have really changed. There was a distance regulation so that no one was allowed to publicly touch anyone. So they're just lifting that law now, and 21st Century Hugs was discovered by Dr. Roberts. And Dr. Roberts is being played by Robert McKay. And the doctor has been revolutionary in teaching people how to be close, touch, find their, get rid of their boundaries. And now Judith, who's working with him, is a love interest. And they've sort of expressed themselves at the beginning of the play about how they feel about each other. The doctor is very much involved, but he knows he's got to be watching his step because this is an employee. Now we fast forward to Sal, the delivery guy, who also has a crush on Judith. And they discover they have a little something going on between the two of them.
Oh my goodness.
And that's being played by Fernando. We have Margaret, Mrs. Margaret McDonald, and she's visiting the center for the first time to learn how to not be so critical on herself, and also to learn how to distance herself without wanting to hug everybody that she meets. And Mrs. Margaret is now in session with Dr. Roberts as Judith and Sal discover their, so now we fast forward now, we're in the second act, and Dr. Roberts has gone away to get a smoothie and a new change of, getting his clothes from the cleaners, and Mrs. Margaret is now passed out almost on the couch because Dr. Roberts come in with what looks like blood on his shirt. And we find out the shooter is in the mall and we're on lockdown in the mall. Let's see what happens. Oh, wait, let's introduce our people. Come on in, cast.
I will let you take it away, please.
Come on in, cast. I can't see you all, so you guys have to all introduce yourself and make yourself known about who you are and then disappear.
Hi, I'm Joy. I'm playing Margaret.
I am Fernando. I'm playing Sal.
Peyton Chavez playing Judith.
Robert McKay playing Dr. Roberts.
Orlando Rodriguez playing Henry Manchester.
Catherine Overfelt playing newscaster and voiceover Mall.
Brittany Magaro, and I am reading the stage directions.
Okay, let's get started. Enjoy.
21st Century Hugs, Act 2, Scene 1. It's afternoon, still in the lounge of Hugs Health Center. The furniture has been moved around to block the front and back door. Dr. Roberts sits on the floor, stretching out his hamstring, while Judith caters to Margaret, resting on one of the couches. Sal is peering out through the curtains.
Oh, I thought I lost you. I thought you were dying. You smell like strawberries.
That was your smoothie. Do you have CBD ointment?
Ah, that explains the stain on your shirt. But what happened to your pants?
Oh, I got a stain stick. I think there's one in my purse. You could finish it.
I'll get it, Doc.
Sal heads for Judith's purse, only to be cut off by Judith.
I'll get it. It's a mess in there. Anyone want a protein bar, Margaret? Okay. Here you go. and CBD oil. I've got everything in this bag.
As she rummages through her bag, the new adult toy falls out with the protein bars. Sal is quick to grab it.
Well, 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 what do we have here? This is a fancy thermometer. Oh,
Judith tries to get the adult toy back, but Sal loves to tease her. He presses it against his head and turns it on.
That is not a toy.
That looks like my AirTech.
Perfectly fine, people. It's important to be responsible for your own happiness.
whoa, it's like that? Okay, mommy, but you could wait for me.
Sal, there's no shame in sexual expression. It's perfectly natural. I see you received your boyfriend, Judith.
Yes, thank you. I was anxious to try it out. Sal, if you don't mind.
Judith puts out her hand and Sal hands it back to her.
That's the new model AirTech 3000. May I see it?
Oh, allow me to sanitize it. We don't know where Sal's hands have been.
No shaming, Judith. Margaret, you look like you're feeling better.
I'm feeling much better, Dr. Roberts. Thank you. It's awfully quiet out there. Do you think they found the shooter?
Well, I'm sure the quiet means something. How about a little protein bar for Margaret, Judith?
Judith is caught up looking at Sal while he is applying some of her lipstick on his lips.
This is a great color. Can I borrow it?
That's not very sanitary, Sal. Have you no boundaries, man?
No shaming, Dr. Roberts. Yes, Sal, you can borrow. But why do you need that color?
I'm competing at a Lucky Chance drag race, and I'm going as Rita Moreno in West Side Story. It's the right crimson red. I want to be in America. I like to be in America.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Here is a protein bar, Mrs. Margaret. I mean Margaret. What's the winning prize?
2 round trips to Puerto Rico, all expenses paid. I've never been. Have you been to Puerto Rico?
No, I've never. Are you any good?
No judgments here, right, Judith? Judith, are you all right? You're looking a little pale.
Judith sits at her desk and just stares into space.
Oh, no, I'm good. No, I'm okay. Yeah, we are okay. She is okay. He is okay. We are all okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
Let's breathe. On a slow 10 count, inhale on 1, exhale on 2. Inhale on 3, exhale on 4.
Judith
Good.
starts alone, then Sal and Margaret join in breathing.
Good. That's it. Inhale on 5, exhale on 6. Slow down. Inhale on 7, exhale on 8. Right. Inhale on 9 and exhale on 10. We are all okay.
Margaret raises her hand.
Yes, Margaret, you know you don't have to raise your hand.
Permission to go to the bathroom?
You're right this way, Margaret. Just through this door.
Margaret stashes the adult toy in her bag.
Thank you, dear. I think I drank the bottle of water too fast.
Sal is again looking through curtains.
It's a little too quiet for me.
Judith goes to Sal and gently takes the lipstick out of his hands.
The heat from your hands will melt the stick. How long have you been wearing lipstick?
Oh yeah, well, I could say all my life. I had a few sisters who loved to play dress up with me. I like the feeling of women's clothing on my body as much as pressing up against my body.
He moves in close to steal a kiss. Judith succumbs. Then Dr. Roberts clears his throat. Judith comes.
Okay, so I think we're getting a little too relaxed. Judy, answer the phone.
It's not ringing.
Phone rings. Judith answers.
Sal, how about you and I move the furniture and make ourselves a bunker and maybe find some weapons for protection?
Yes, hello. Yes, Mrs. Roberts. Yeah, we're all okay. Wow. Oh, it's on the news already. Yes, he's right here. Dr. Roberts, it's Mrs. Roberts.
Hello, Mother. Yes, we're all okay.
Oh, 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 oh!
That was Mrs. Margaret. I think she just discovered the toy I bought for Judith. Uh-huh. No, Mother, it's not a live animal.
Ew! Oh, I just got that.
Well, I'm starting to understand the therapy around here, huh?
Sal, no, don't you go judging Mrs. Margaret. She's a lovely woman. And Dr. Roberts knows what he's doing when it comes to hug therapy. There are some of us on the spectrum, and we are just navigating ourselves through this uncharted territory when it comes to boundaries.
Judith works her way through the couches and chairs Sal has set up as a bunker to the back of the center monitor.
Darling, don't get me wrong. I'm all for the freedom of expression. I would love to impress you with my dress, especially because I think that lip color is exactly the same as my Rita's dress.
Please remain in your stores. Please keep away from the windows. We have the situation under control. Repeat, the situation is under control.
Uh-oh. Nothing, Mother. I'm going to clear the line for instructions from the police. I'll use my cell phone to contact you. I promise you, as soon as I know, you will know. Bye.
Please remain in your stores. Please keep away from the windows. We have the situation under control. Repeat, the situation is under control.
Judith checks monitor. Monitor screen is only static.
I can't get anything on this monitor. Dr. Roberts?
I don't think we can get anything. It's not connected to an internet source or has an antenna.
Sal goes in behind the monitor to help. Judith moves away. Dr. Roberts goes next to Judith.
Is there sexual tension between you and the delivery man? I'm sensing your mood change around him.
I'm trying to navigate this, Dr. Roberts. We kissed earlier.
Yes, I noticed the kiss, but there seems to be a lot more energy there than a kiss would hold. I have to ask, are you okay?
Sal finishes wiring the monitor and it turns from static to News 7 station.
We are hearing reports of a shootout in the New Jersey Mall. Let's go live to our reporter, Harry Manchester, at the parking lot.
Well, you have a talent, Sal.
Great job.
This is Henry Manchester reporting you live from the parking lot of the New Jersey Mall at Olive Street near downtown Main Street in Fayetteville, where we have a live situation with a shooter inside the New Jersey Mall. People have been seen running out with their hands up in groups, guided by police and SWAT team escort.
Whoa, this HD on this television is spectacular. How much you pay for this, Dr. Roberts?
I'm told that there are many still inside, upheld in stores, the food arcade, and restrooms.
Restrooms. Hey, what's taking Margaret so long? Margaret, are you okay?
I got these monitors at Bargain Barn. 3 monitors for the price of 2.
Mrs. Margaret McDonald, aka Adult Toy Thief, are you in there?
TV monitor goes to static again.
Damn.
Margaret, are you okay?
Judith and Dr. Roberts are at the restroom door listening.
Do you think maybe she fell asleep?
Let's not. Not too loud. We don't want to startle her. Consistent tapping.
Consistent tapping.
They both start to tap on the door like a machine gun. After a half minute, Dr. Roberts pulls his right hand away to replace with his left hand, in the rhythm with Judith's knocking. Judith mimics Dr. Roberts and replaces her left hand to tap.
Okay. Obviously, something is wrong here. Margaret, are you coming in?
Here's the passkey. Judith, perhaps you should be the first in, just in case.
Yeah, Margaret, I'm coming in now. Margaret, can you hear me? I said, I'm coming.
Judith steps in the doorway.
Judith?
I'm okay. We are okay. Oh, Margaret.
Judith falls to her knees. Sal peers in over Judith, then grabs her and drags her out of the doorway. Dr. Roberts steps in and shuts the door.
not okay, Sal. I'm not okay, Sal.
I'm right here. Let's take deep breath. Come on, let's count to 10.
Killed her! I killed her! I think my adult toy killed her!
What? No, she's responsible for her own happiness. Isn't that what Dr. Roberts says?
Dr. Roberts, oh no! Oh my God, he killed her! He was the one who sent me that death machine!
Judith.
Dr. Roberts enters from the restroom.
Mrs. Margaret McDonald has left us. Probably heart attack. Poor girl. This day was too much excitement for her.
Wow, what a way to go. Should we move her?
Unfortunately, we can't. The authorities have to rule out suspicious and determine the cause of her death. It's best not to touch anything in the restroom. As a matter of fact, we shouldn't use it at all. What a day. Judith, how are you doing?
Me? How am I doing? Are you serious? You sent me that death machine, and now poor Margaret, Maggie, Magpie McDonald is dead. Oh, I am not okay. No, not at all. And you are not okay. You love me, but you don't turn me on, Dr. Roberts. Now, I say that out loud, and I'm hearing it, and it sounds arrogant. It's not that I don't appreciate a relationship, but I don't think that we're on the same page. Damn, and that's just the polite way of saying that we are not turned on. And Sal, you are not okay. You turn me on, but you want my lipstick for your dress-up pleasure, as Rita in West Side Story, which is fine. No judgments here, but definitely feeling like you may be competition for me in the future. And me, well, I was better off being a nympho. At least this less complications. Well, oh my God!
Judith pulls out a gun from her bag.
Whoa! Judith, be careful with that.
Easy, girl. There's no point in getting angry with a gun.
Who put a gun in my bag? What's a gun doing in my bag? Dr. Roberts? Sal?
Judith points the gun at Dr. Roberts, then Sal as she speaks to them.
The shooter! Oh, Sal, you came in here awfully excited and reported the shooting. Dr. Roberts, you like giving away death machines. Mm-hmm. Here we started out as a love story gone murder mystery. Me being the detective, figuring it out. Well, I can safely rule out Margaret since she's dead, or is she? Dr. Robert.
Stop pointing that gun at me. Be reasonable. You are upset. Now, how do we negotiate feelings when we can't control them?
Sal tries to move away from the line of fire.
Not so fast, Sal, my boy. You seem awfully quiet over there.
Listen what the doctor says. Be reasonable. You're upset, my love. I know. Take it easy. I would never compete with you. I dress up to feel free of stigma. The male body can be so trapping. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Now this has gone too far, Judith.
Really, Doc? Is that so? Was Margaret really completely dead when you checked on her? You were the one that came up the back way? Disheveled, out of breath, cramping like a bitch, covered in what we think was my berry smoothie. What if it was really blood on your shirt, mixed with my berry smoothie?
That's it.
That was so good. Oh my goodness. So amazing. Take a virtual bow, everyone. Congratulations. That was terrific. Wow. Can't wait to see what happens next. I'm like on the edge of my seat.
Thank you.
Well, that brings us to the end of Playground Experiment Virtual Volume 136. Wow, incredible. Yeah, I guess I'll let Mike take it away. Oh, you're on mute. Unmute yourself.
Bring back my girls. Bring back my girls.
Bring back my girl.
Hey, oh my God, you guys are all killed it. Oh wait, maybe you actually did kill it. Uh-oh.
You guys are all creepy. I just gotta say, you twisted writers tonight. No. Brilliant job, writers. Brilliant job, actors. Give it up. Give it up for our awesome host tonight, Matthew Menendez. Give it up for all of you wonderful people out in YouTube land. Kirsten, any new shower uppers? Shower uppers? Is that did I make up a word? Playwrights, use it later in one of your plays. Shower uppers. Give it up. Yes. So yay, as Matthew said, we always say at the end of every volume, virtual volume 136 is officially closed. So we applaud for that. As of tonight or tomorrow, if you would like to sign up to act or be a participant in volume 137, 137, isn't that insane that we started at the number 1 and we've gotten to 137? And that will be on March 8th. With the following writers. Jai Mohan will be back. Kieran Anthony will be back. Natalie Necki Farrow, who's in the room, will be back. Perrin Pomato will be back. Pete Casanave. And long time no see, we haven't seen her since Dropping Gimmington. Yanni Perez will be back. Welcome. Feel free to sign up for that. We look forward to you to coming to a play date. As we always say, feel free to check out our wow, haven't it? I got new teeth this week, and I don't know.
The wooden ones don't usually work that well.
We look forward to seeing you at some of our upcoming events. Now my watch is talking to me. How creepy! I blame all of you writers for putting creepiness in me.
It's a mouse.
It's a vibrator. It's a right. I hope we don't get banned for saying that word. Can we?
AirTech 3000. That's why I didn't say that.
There you go. Oops. We hope you come back in. As we always say with the Playground Experiment, you don't have to be here all the time. You don't have to come to every event, but you always have a home with us and you can always come home to the Playground Experiment. So we look forward to seeing you at something. Again, everybody, let's wave to all of our YouTube audiences and say hi and bye, and we love you.
Also, don't forget to click that subscribe button and smash the like button.
Click the subscribe button.
You can subscribe.
And like the video.
Yeah.
Get us some traffic. I don't know what that means, but